Imagine a time when the fate of a vast empire depended on the genius and bravery of a few men. Rome, the eternal city, not only ruled over lands and peoples, but also produced some of the most extraordinary military leaders the world has ever known. These generals were not just commanders. They were masters of strategy, politics, and the art of war. Today, we invite you to embark on a fascinating journey where we will uncover the untold secrets of these icons of military history. We will explore the tactical maneuvers never written in books, the bold decisions that changed the course of battles, and the personal mysteries that shaped their lives and legacies. Get ready to discover how these men transformed Rome into an invincible empire and influenced the destiny of the world as we know it. Stay with us, for what you are about to learn will not only surprise you, but may also completely change your perspective on Roman history. To understand the greatness of Roman generals, we first need to dive into the historical context in which they lived and fought. Rome was not built in a day, nor was its empire conquered without blood, sweat, and a lot of strategy. For centuries, Rome expanded from a small city-state on the banks of the Tiber River to a colossal empire spanning 3 continents. Roman generals, with their innovative tactics and unwavering courage, were the main architects of this expansion. They faced formidable enemies, from barbarian tribes in the forests of Germania to organized and powerful armies like those of Carthage and Persia. Each battle, each military campaign, was a new challenge that demanded creativity and boldness. Imagine yourself in the heart of Rome, where every victory was celebrated with triumphal parades, and the generals were revered as demigods. These military leaders not only fought on the battlefield, but also navigated the complex Roman politics, building alliances and facing intrigues. Now that we have set the stage, let's meet these fascinating characters. Join me as we unveil the life and secrets of the first of these great generals, Julius Caesar. From his brilliant campaigns in Gaul to his crucial role in transforming the Roman Republic into an empire, Caesar left a legacy that still echoes through the centuries. And now, our journey takes us to one of the greatest icons of Roman history, Julius Caesar. Known for his brilliant campaigns and political skill, Caesar was not just a general, but a visionary. Let's start with his campaigns in Gaul. For nearly a decade, Caesar led his legions through relentless battles, expanding Roman territory and consolidating his power. But what many don't know are the secrets behind his victories. Caesar was a master of surprise. He often attacked enemies at unexpected times, using the speed and mobility of his troops to catch his adversaries off guard. In one of his most famous battles, the Siege of Alesia, Caesar demonstrated his tactical genius by building 2 lines of fortifications, one to keep the Gallic defenders trapped and another to protect his men from enemy reinforcements. This double strategy was crucial for the Roman victory. Beyond his battlefield cunning, Caesar was a shrewd political strategist. He used his military conquests to gain popular support in Rome. His detailed reports of the campaigns were sent back to Rome to be read publicly, creating a narrative of heroism that captivated the Roman people. But Caesar's success did not come without controversy. His actions in Gaul and his growing popularity alarmed the Roman senators, leading to a series of events that culminated in the famous crossing of the Rubicon, a bold move that marked the start of the Civil War. This crossing was a point of no return. By crossing the Rubicon, Caesar declared war on the Senate, forever changing the course of Roman history. And this is just the beginning of the secrets involving the life of this great general. Julius Caesar, with his ambition and brilliance, transformed Rome and left a legacy that echoes to this day. But there is much more to be discovered about his strategies and decisions that shaped an empire. After uncovering the secrets of Julius Caesar, our journey now takes us to another giant of Roman military history, Scipio Africanus. Famous for his victory over Hannibal in the Second Punic War, Scipio is a classic example of strategic intelligence and indomitable courage. Known as the hero of Zama, Scipio faced one of the greatest military commanders in history, Hannibal Barca. What truly made Scipio stand out were his innovative tactics and his ability to learn from the enemy. Before the decisive Battle of Zama, Scipio meticulously studied Hannibal's tactics, absorbing what could be used against him. One of Scipio's most brilliant strategies was how he dealt with Hannibal's feared war elephants. Instead of confronting them directly, Scipio ordered his troops to open corridors for the elephants to pass through without causing significant damage. This not only neutralized the elephants' advantage, but also created gaps in the enemy lines that the Roman legions exploited with devastating effectiveness. Beyond his battlefield prowess, Scipio was known for his charisma and ability to inspire his men. He fought alongside his troops, earning their respect and loyalty. This personal connection was a crucial factor in his victories. But Scipio was not just a warrior. He was also a skilled diplomat. After defeating Hannibal, he worked to establish a lasting peace, demonstrating that his vision extended beyond battles to include the reconstruction and stability of conquered regions. Scipio Africanus exemplifies how the combination of strategic intelligence, tactical innovation, and leadership skills can change the course of history. His secrets and methods are still studied by military strategists today, and his influence is felt in many modern military doctrines. Let's now continue our journey to explore the lives and secrets of other great Roman generals, each with their own fascinating stories and valuable lessons to share. Leaving behind Scipio Africanus, our next highlight is Gaius Marius, a man whose military career completely transformed the Roman army and, consequently, the destiny of Rome. Gaius Marius was a visionary reformer and a brilliant strategist. He introduced a series of military reforms that forever changed the structure and functioning of the Roman legions. Before Marius, the Roman army was primarily composed of land-owning citizens, which limited the number of available soldiers and excluded the poorer citizens. Marius, however, opened the ranks of the army to all citizens, regardless of their wealth or social status. This change was revolutionary. Marius realized that a permanent, professional army would be more effective than one made up of temporary soldiers. He also provided intensive training, equipped his troops with standardized weaponry, and instituted a system of rewards that included land for veterans. These reforms not only increased the size of the army, but also improved its cohesion and effectiveness. Marius was not just a reformer. He was also a fearless field commander. During the war against Jugurtha, the king of Numidia, Marius demonstrated his skill in prolonged campaigns and guerrilla warfare. His persistence and innovative tactics led to Jugurtha's capture, a feat many thought impossible. Another notable aspect of Marius was his ability to face internal crises. When Rome was threatened by invasions from Germanic tribes, the Cimbri and the Teutons, Marius took command and secured decisive victories that saved Rome from imminent destruction. His victories in these battles were so impressive that he was hailed as the third founder of Rome. The secrets of Gaius Marius lie not only in his reforms and victories, but also in his ability to turn challenges into opportunities. He shaped the Roman army into a professional force that would be the foundation of future imperial expansions. Marius's influence can be seen in nearly all subsequent Roman campaigns, and his reforms set a new standard for military efficiency. Now, with Gaius Marius as our backdrop, we are ready to move forward and explore the cunning and strategies of Pompey, another of Rome's great generals. With the transformation of the Roman army by Gaius Marius as our backdrop, we now move forward to explore the life and secrets of Pompey, another of Rome's great generals, known for both his military conquests and his complex political alliances. Pompey, often called Pompey the Great, began his military career at a remarkably young age and quickly distinguished himself through his courage and strategic skill. One of his early notable campaigns was against the pirates plaguing the Mediterranean. In just 3 months, Pompey nearly eradicated the pirate threat, a feat that had frustrated many before him. His innovative approach involved dividing the Mediterranean into several zones and attacking simultaneously, a tactic that confused and defeated the pirates. But Pompey's achievements were not limited to the sea. He also succeeded on land, particularly in his campaigns in the east. Pompey significantly expanded Roman territories, conquering Syria and subjugating the kingdom of Judea, securing new sources of wealth and power for Rome. These conquests not only increased Roman territory but also solidified Pompey's position as one of the foremost generals of his time. Pompey was also a master politician. He formed the first triumvirate with Julius Caesar and Crassus, a political alliance that gave him immense influence. However, this alliance was far from stable. Personal ambitions and rivalries eventually led to a civil war between Pompey and Caesar, culminating in the famous Battle of Pharsalus. Despite being a brilliant strategist, Pompey was defeated by Caesar and eventually assassinated in Egypt, a tragic death that marked the end of his political influence. The secrets of Pompey lie in both his innovative military campaigns and his political skills. He understood the power of public image and knew how to use his victories to gain the support of the Roman people. His alliances and rivalries significantly shaped the political landscape of the Roman Republic. Pompey, with his blend of military brilliance and political cunning, shows us how power and ambition can both elevate a man and lead to his downfall. His life and career are a testament to the complexities and dangers of power in Rome. Now, let's move forward and uncover the secrets and strategies of Marcus Vipsanius Agrippa, the next great general in our journey. With Pompey, we saw how power and ambition can lead to both triumph and tragedy. Now, our journey takes us to Marcus Vipsanius Agrippa, one of the greatest naval strategists in Roman history and the right-hand man of Rome's first emperor, Augustus. Agrippa was a military genius who played a crucial role in Augustus's rise to power. He was known for his ability to turn desperate situations into stunning victories. One of his most notable achievements was the Battle of Actium, a naval confrontation that changed the course of Roman history. At the Battle of Actium, Agrippa faced the powerful combined fleet of Mark Antony and Cleopatra. Using his tactical superiority, Agrippa positioned his forces to encircle and isolate the enemy fleet. His strategy involved skillfully using lighter, more maneuverable ships to wear down Antony's larger, slower vessels. The victory at Actium not only secured Augustus's control over Rome, but also marked the end of the Republican era and the beginning of the Roman Empire. In addition to his naval prowess, Agrippa was a talented administrator. He oversaw major construction projects that significantly improved Rome's infrastructure, including the building of aqueducts, public baths, and the revitalization of the sewer system. These projects not only elevated the standard of living for Romans, but also consolidated Augustus's power, reinforcing his image as a leader who brought prosperity and progress. Agrippa was also a master at forming alliances and maintaining troop loyalty. His ability to inspire and lead men on the battlefield was unmatched. He frequently rewarded his soldiers with land and benefits, ensuring their loyalty and motivation. This approach created a highly effective and loyal army, which was crucial for Augustus's campaigns. Agrippa's secrets lie not only in his battlefield victories, but also in his long-term vision and administrative skills. He understood the importance of gaining the people's support and building a solid foundation for the future. Agrippa exemplifies how the combination of military and administrative skills can consolidate and expand a leader's power. Now, with Agrippa's story in mind, let's explore the secrets and intrigues of Lucius Cornelius Sulla, one of Rome's most controversial and powerful generals. From Agrippa, a master of administration and naval strategy, we now turn to Lucius Cornelius Sulla, one of Rome's most controversial and powerful generals. Sulla was a man whose life and career were marked by intrigues, radical reforms, and an unyielding grip on Roman politics. Sulla began his rise to power as a talented military officer, distinguishing himself in the Jugurthine War and the Social War. His true fame, however, came during the First Roman Civil War, where he directly confronted his rival, Gaius Marius. In a bold and unprecedented move, Sulla marched on Rome with his legions, seizing control of the city by force. Once in power, Sulla implemented a series of reforms that changed the political structure of Rome. He declared himself dictator, a title that granted him absolute power. During his tenure, Sulla conducted the proscriptions, lists of state enemies who were to be killed, resulting in the elimination of many of his political adversaries. These actions secured his control, but also left a legacy of fear and distrust. Sulla was not merely a bloodthirsty dictator. He was also a reformer. He revised the Roman judicial system, strengthened the Senate, and limited the power of the tribunes of the plebs, the representatives of the common citizens. His reforms aimed to restore the authority of the senatorial aristocracy and stabilize the Roman government after years of turmoil. A fascinating aspect of Sulla was his unexpected abdication of power. After consolidating his rule and implementing his reforms, he voluntarily resigned the title of dictator and retired from public life, something almost unheard of in Roman history. He spent his final years in relative obscurity, leaving behind a complex legacy of reform and repression. Sulla's secrets lie in his balance between cruelty and reform. He demonstrated how absolute power can be used to shape a nation, but also the dangers of such concentrated authority. His actions and reforms continued to influence Roman politics long after his death. With Sulla's intriguing story as a backdrop, let's now explore the strategies and legacy of Germanicus, one of Rome's most beloved and respected generals. With the intriguing story of Sulla as our backdrop, we now turn to Germanicus, one of Rome's most beloved and respected generals. Known for his campaigns on the empire's frontiers and his popularity among the troops and the people, Germanicus was a charismatic figure whose life and death left a lasting impact on Roman history. Germanicus, the great-nephew of Augustus and father of Caligula, was assigned to command the Roman legions in Germania, where he faced one of the most challenging tasks, avenging the humiliating defeat of Varus in the Teutoburg forest. Germanicus demonstrated his strategic prowess by leading a series of successful campaigns against the Germanic tribes, recovering the lost legionary eagles and restoring Roman honor. One of his most notable battles was the Battle of Idistavizo, where Germanicus displayed a deep understanding of the terrain and inspiring leadership. He used clever tactics to deceive the enemy and secure a decisive victory. His ability to inspire his men and his personal bravery on the battlefield made him a beloved leader among the troops. Beyond his military skills, Germanicus was known for his compassion and sense of justice. He treated prisoners of war with respect and was generous to Roman allies, which further increased his popularity. His kindness and charisma made him a hero in the eyes of the Roman people. However, Germanicus's career was abruptly cut short by his premature death. Sent to the east by Tiberius, he died under suspicious circumstances, fueling rumors of poisoning and conspiracy. His death sparked a wave of mourning in Rome, and he was remembered as a martyr and a symbol of virtue and courage. The secrets of Germanicus lie in his ability to combine military skill with personal charisma. He exemplified the qualities of an ideal leader, being both a fearless warrior and a humanitarian. His legacy continued to influence Roman politics and culture long after his death. Now, with the inspiring story of Germanicus in mind, we move forward to conclude our journey with a reflection on the lasting impact of these great generals on the history of Rome and the world. With the inspiring story of Germanicus in mind, we conclude our journey by exploring the lasting impact of these great generals on the history of Rome and the world. The Roman generals we explored, Julius Caesar, Scipio Africanus, Gaius Marius, Pompey, Agrippa, Sulla, and Germanicus, were not just military leaders. They were visionaries who shaped the destiny of Rome through their brilliant strategies, bold reforms, and exceptional leadership skills. Each of them left a unique legacy that deeply influenced the course of history. Julius Caesar redefined political and military power in Rome, paving the way for the empire. Scipio Africanus showed how adaptation and continuous learning can turn the tide in seemingly impossible battles. Gaius Marius revolutionized the Roman army, making it a professional and inclusive force. Pompey excelled in both war and politics, illustrating the challenges and dangers of absolute power. Agrippa, with his strategic mind and administrative skills, strengthened the foundations of the Roman Empire, while Sulla demonstrated how power can be used for radical reforms, but also for repression. Germanicus, with his combination of military bravery and humanity, became a symbol of ideal leadership and compassion. These generals faced formidable challenges and left valuable lessons on leadership, strategy, and the use of power. Their lives and actions not only shaped the Roman Empire, but also provided teachings that remain relevant today. We hope this exploration has been as fascinating for you as it has been for us. Until next time, when we return to uncover more mysteries and intriguing stories from ancient history. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, leave a like, and share your thoughts in the comments. Your participation helps us bring more interesting content.